good day and welcome. That is your Wednesday edition of the Sport Rep Show. And today we can mention that it is Genocide Remembrance Day, and may their souls rest in peace, those that fought for this country, of course. And now for the latest on the hit list. Well, Beauties FC finally did it at the weekend after claiming the FNB Women's Super League with a game to spare. The team from Windhoek, Perping, that is defending champions Ongos FC at the post this time around. Ongos FC have dominated the league for a number of years now, but Beauties FC this time decided they were going to be crowned the champions with a game to spare. They will be now the ones to beat in the next season, as Ongos will probably have to fight back and actually manage to fight for that position. The title was taken away from them in emphatic fashion with a game to spare. Beauties FC walking away with 250,000 Namibian dollars. And now on to something different as we move into the month of July, and of course June before July, the Region 5 games will be taking place, and of course there is important infrastructure and stuff that is being fixed here in the capital in order to make sure that the stadiums are in top shape, and as well as the coast where these games will be taking place. Let's hear from the mayor of City of Windhoek about the latest developments.
Pointed by the attendance of the COSAFA Under-17 Girls Championship. It was really poorly attended. I don't really want to blame this on the distance. It was hosted at Hurricane Corp Sports Stadium. Well, maybe the distance. However, the marketing was poorly done. Not everyone was aware of such games taking place. And then again, the community could have been assisted to attend the game. And I actually, by myself, I don't want this to repeat itself, where only people from our neighboring countries are actually attending the games, and Namibians are very few. It came out that there is marketing will be done in such a way that the residents of Windhoek, as well as the whole of Namibia, they are aware of the game, so they are able to attend the game. And I also want us to make sure that our business community are also aware of the crowdness that will be in the city during that time, so they perhaps extend their trading hours and also think of other ventures that they can bring about during that time, that period of the games. Honorable Kwenani, economic development, we should not actually take this lightly. Let's try and come up with something. Recently, I engaged the CBD property owners that are really crying of a dying CBD. And I believe once they are also involved in this, or they are made aware of these games, it might be an opportunity for them also to create something to reach out and to volunteer in some areas where they are making sure that the feed actually increases in the CBD during that time. That is something that we also need to think of, how we're going to reach out to them. They might really volunteer, provide us with some platforms, venues, because all what they want is the increase of people.
Well, the Region 5 Games is going to be big in the capital city. And now, just last week, Colin Benjamin announced the Brave Warriors team, preliminary team that will be competing at this year's COSAFA tournament. It is indeed a team many believe is assembled to make sure that they bring the cup home. They are drawn in a group against Angola, of course, as well as Lesotho. They hope that they will be able to overcome that defeat they had in the last competition against Angola. Let's hear from Colin Benjamin once again about his team list and aspirations.
Provisional squad for the COSAFA Cup 2025. It's going to be hosted in Bloemfontein, South Africa, with the goalkeepers Edward Malva, Golden Arrows, Mervin Kasetura, African Stars, Kamayan and Disiro, Highbury Football Club in South Africa, Jonas Mateus Ongos. The defenders, we have Ivan Kamberipa, Orapa, Sergio Damasep, Mighty Gunners, Charles Hambira, African Stars, Cisco Haraset, Mighty Gunners, Johannes Butanga, Blue Waters FC, Bonasius Joseph, excuse me for that, UNAM, Velvin Hanamut, Amazulu, Gero Katua, African Stars, Lubeni Haukombo, Cape Town Spurs, David Haingwafa, Chula Chula, Tyrese Kupembe, UNAM FC, Johannes Shifafure, Bucks Buccaneers, and Kennedy Ape, Chula Chula. Those makes up the defenders. With the midfielders in Aprocius Petrus, Cape Town City, Moses Shidolo, Matebele FC in Botswana, Elias Haindongo, KK Palace, Paulus Amotenya, UNAM FC, Bakonja Shahikika, African Stars, Oscar Nyambe, Julino Athletics, Benda Mongudi, Chula Chula, Rivaldo Prince, Marumo Gallants in South Africa, Levi Alfeus, Blue Waters, and Dynamo Fredericks, Joaneng Galaxy in Botswana. Those are the midfielders. Coming to the forwards, we've got the return of Bio Gurira. He plays for Simba Bora in Zimbabwe. Beto Mudeu, Leopards in South Africa. Elmo Kambindu, Amazulu in South Africa. Weissman Lifasu Liswaniso, Julinho Athletics. Willie Stefanus, African Stars, and Jocelyn Kamatuka, Durban City. These players, we're going to start our training camp in preparation for the COSAFA Cup on Monday, the 26th of May at 4 o'clock. We're going to have training sessions on Tuesday, double sessions. Wednesday, double sessions. We're going to release the players on Thursday morning after the training session, whereas they will return to their clubs to play in the Premier League over the weekend.
Okay, Coach, when you took on the job, like your idea was to initially integrate younger players into the setup, into the more senior squad. Do you think this current squad achieves that?
Yeah, I think this is a mixture. This is a mixture with the eye on preparation for the upcoming World Cup qualification games. But at the same time, we also want to use this competition also to develop. We've got players that we have the opinion that they show good potential, that needs game time. We need a Cisco Haraset to play. We need Tyrese Kupembe to play, and a few that I mentioned. They're among a few. So it's basically going, like I said, going both ways. Develop, and at the same time, preparation for our very important World Cup games. And also at the COSAFA, we have this chance of playing 3 matches probably with a potential maximum of 5, and we have to utilize that with a good experience. I'm sure some of these young players will also learn a thing or two from experienced players like Rian Anamo Elmo Cambindo, Charles Hambira, and Ivan Kambaripa.
Okay, going back into the COSAFA tournament, coach, we are drawn against Angola again. We played them last year, not the result that we're hoping to achieve. Obviously, going into this tournament again with the same team, what do you hope to do differently?
With the same team, I think there's so much water that ran under this bridge over this time. It's a COSAFA Cup. We're bound to play against teams that we've played already. Angola is no exception. I think Angola is a very good team, and Coach Pedro Gonzalez is doing a great job, and we're looking forward to meeting them on the field of play again.
Okay, coach, like you don't get to play a lot of friendlies for the World Cup, like, and I'm sure this COSAFA Cup is going to serve as a friendly or more as preparation for the World Cup qualifier in September. One of the things that we struggle with, or one of the key things that we are not able to execute during a match, is goal scoring. Do you think the return of the likes of Bio, Gurirab then is part of preparations?
With the absence of a Peter Shalulile, that's not only our talisman. I think Bio has been doing really well for his team in Botswana, in Zimbabwe. He's been in the setup before, and I think scoring the goals that he scored in his team now, I think that warrants that call up for him to come show Namibia that he has indeed grown. And international soccer is not as easy, so that means normally you get 2 chances, you have to put in 1. You get 4 chances, you have to put. That's a luxury. So I'm sort of the opinion that as long as we create these chances, we're in a good space. So I'm of the opinion also with the Mudeu, Petro Mudeu, that ended his season with Black Leopards in double numbers, double figures. Jocelyn, that ended his season in double figures, and also got promoted to the Betway Premiership. I think that's testimony that we do have the potential. It's for us now to work and create these chances so that these guys can score. But most of it, I think it's always been a collective effort, and I think if you look on paper now, we have a good team that obviously through the training that we're planning on next week, get to see the players closely, and obviously then we'll also have to leave a few behind. So I think the players that's called up, they've got a duty to do. They need to be fit and at a good level, playing over the weekend. We're going to watch the matches. Maybe 1 or 2 might even come onto the front that played good and that we have a good impression from, because the scouting for the national team is always ongoing. It's not only for that moment. So in that regard, I think we have a good team. We're looking forward to seeing the players in the field, and that we're going to work hard next week and face this tough group of Malawi, Angola, and Lesotho.
Now at the weekend, Beauties FC emerged victorious against the UNAM in a heated match, seeing them qualify, that is, to the semi-finals of the NRU Premier League. We have some highlights for you.
Ja, so dis dan nou die eerste helfte verloop het. Hierso Lucio Isaacs wat die bal gekry het, vorentoe geskop het, amper gekeer daardeur AJ Zal, maar Lucio Isaacs wat hom weer vorentoe geskop het. 'n tweede keer, eerste 3 wat hy gedruk het vir Kudus. 5 punte teenoor 0 waarmee hy die voorsprong geneem het. Raison Shume redelik aan die kol gewees met sy skopwerk pale toe. Daai ene was tussen die pale deur. 7 punte teenoor 0 waarmee Kudus die voortou geneem het. 3 punte teruggetrek vir UNAM daarso deur hulle heel agter Aljario Zal. En volgende was daar hierdie incident vroeg in die wedstryd. Ongelukkig UNAM wat hulle kaptein verloor het met daai harde kontak afgedra op 'n draagbaar. Hierso was 'n lynstand dryf van Kudus gewees. Uiteindelik gekeer en ja, Tamsin van 'n Berg wat hierdie keer nie die doelin gehaal het nie. Hy het wel later sy kans gekry. Hierso dalk die beste 3 wat Kudus sover nog gedruk het in die wedstryd. Lucio Isaacs wat aan die hardloop raak van hy skop af wat hy gevang het. Skop die bal vorentoe. AJ Zal wat moet omdraai en probeer die bal daar deurskop, maar die bal wip reg in die hande van Aston Mukulongu en hy het genoeg gedoen om hy 3 te druk. Netjies se 3 in die hoekie gaan druk. Raishon Shume wat ook die 2 punte bygevoeg het. En dit was Kudus se telling wat aangegroei het na 14 punte teenoor 3. Hierso goeie lynstand gewen deur Diamando Chombe en as die flank Vieria Ufiku wat tussen die verdedigers haar deursny en nie gekeer kan word nie. En seker te maak dit is UNAM se eerste 3 van die wedstryd. AJ Zal hy het nie 'n fout gemaak met daai skop nie. 14 punte teenoor 10 in daai stadium van die wedstryd. Justin Newman wat hier ingestorm kom. Klompie fases wat en toe Tamsin van 'n berg wat genoeg gedoen het om die doellyn na te haal. Paulus Angula, een van die manne wat hom daar so nie kon weghou van die doellyn af nie. En Raishon Shume, een van sy strafskoppe was mis in die wedstryd, maar die doelskoppe was almal tussen die pale deur van hom, 21 punte. En dan hier net voor rustyd was dit UNAM wat ook weer teruggeveg het. Duan Besuidnout wat sien daar's 'n gaping reg voor hom en reguit deur 5 waardevolle punte wat hy byvoeg en ook die 2 van AJ Zal se doelskop. Dan aan die situasie hierso op die Hagi Geingob stadion, UNAM wat nog baie het om te doen om hierdie wedstryd te wen, wat hulle om hulle kanse lewendig. Ja, in die tweede helfte AJ Kuns wat met hierdie uitstekende loopie vorendag gekom het, Marcel Klein en Vieria Ufiku en Brendan Dentlinger en Roshano van Rooi wat aangesluit het en Don Juan Bekus wat daar so die bal vasgehou het, hy kon daar so vir Davito van Wyk gegee het om te gaan druk. In die volgende fase was dit Davito van Wyk wat wel vinnig weer die bal 2 keer gekry het en die man oor Brandon Dentlinger. Hy gaan druk die eerste 3 daar van die tweede helfte vir UNAM. AJ Zal wat ook met daai doelskop nie geslaag het nie. En wedstryd wat van hier af lekker wipplank gery het. En hierso was dit Justin Newman wat sy 3 gaan druk het. Hy het 'n goeie wedstryd gehad. Sy kant gebring, deeglik sy kant gebring vir UNAM. Die telling in daai stadium, sal ek nou net kyk wat die telling was. So Alkino Isaacs wat hierso omgedop word. Ja, maar Kistings Menjoy wat hierso vir AJ Kuns en dan AJ Zal wat die 3 gaan druk het en UNAM se ondersteuners wat geweet het hulle span is nog nie begrawe nie, is terug in die wedstryd. Deur die hande gevat hierso en uiteindelik Lucio Isaacs, die man oor, niemand naby om te keer nie. En die volgende 3 vir Kudus. Wedstryd wat lekker wipplank gery het. Van die kantlyn af, Raishon Shume wat vasgetrap het. Ek dink hy was tussen die pale deur, ja. Hy het in die eerste helfte ook met ene geslag van die regterkant af. Hierso Davito van Wyk wat die bal aangee vir Brandon Dentlinger vir sy tweede 3 in die wedstryd. Klop die verdedigers daar genoeg spasie. En daai doelskop van Delron Brand wat teen die paal vas was. 'n Bietjie geluk wat nie aan UNAM se kant was nie. Hierso Aston Mukulongu, genoeg spasie, genoeg spoed en rondom Delron Brand gaan hy vir sy 3 sy laaste 3 van die groepfase van die 2025 NRI Premier Liga. Raishon Shume, maklike doelskop vir hom voor die pale, tussen die pale deur. So die wedstryd wat wipplank gery het. Diamando Chombe wat daai lynstand wen en die reservehakker Sean van Wyk wat daar deur bars vir die laaste 3 van die wedstryd wat UNAM gedruk het. Delron Brand se doelskop, die was tussen die palle deur, maar UNAM wat kort val 39 punte teenoor die 40 van Koeroes. Dit is Grootfontein en is United wat deurgaan. Hulle het hulle wedstryde gewen vandag oortuigend en UNAM daarmee uitgeskakel en ons sien uit na volgende naweek se semifinale. Ons is terug sal dan terug wees hier op die Hakie Geingob stadion om te sien wie deurgaan na die finaal toe uiteindelik van hierdie seisoen se NRI Premierliga.
Now from the NRU to the NSSR, also this week there was an important one between Windhoek Gymnasium and Windhoek High School. Windhoek High School thrilling there. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, I would love to love and leave you with those highlights. Goodbye.
So welcome to our highlights package here from Windhoek Gymnasium's Lions Den for this NSSR Under-19 Premier League match between King Price Windhoek Gymnasium and Samsung Windhoek High School Kudu Bulls. So a first half that took some time to get going. It was Windhoek Gymnasium with their famed line-out drive. They went over the line there, but they were held up as ruled there by referee Zaid Isaks. So a bit of a relief for Windhoek High School. They did much better in all departments in this match than in the Inter-High that they lost 2 weekends before this. So Pieter Stefan Stassen with a great break there, number 13, and an excellent cover tackle by number 9 of Windhoek High School, Dominic Isaks, to save a certain try there. Also strong in defense in midfield against the prop there, Gert Pretorius for Gymnasium. The first kick of the match for JD Jankovic only after about half an hour's play. The first chance for Gymnasium that they missed, and then McRain van Wyk for Windhoek High School that succeeded with his kick, and then it became 3-3 after about half an hour's play, and then right from the kickoff, Windhoek High School that won the ball back. William Bekes that sent Ethan Sinden away, and then the try scorer in the corner, Luke Sal. Nice finish there, excellent. First try for VIS, not converted by their fly-off McRain van Wyk. And then just before halftime, another excellent kick from McRain van Wyk from the 10-meter line at an angle to make put them ahead by 11 points to 3. Not many people that would have expected the score at that stage. It was Windhoek Gymnasium that went back on the attack, and just the last final pass that was adjusted to be forward by adjudged to be forward by referee Zaid Isaks. A penalty by JD Jankovic for Gymnasium that brought them to within striking range at 11 points to 6. The captain of Windhoek Gymnasium, Vincent Scholes, got up from that injury. He played on and he finished the match. The runners of Windhoek High School that showed how dangerous they can be. It was the fly-off of Gymnasium that created this break for center Pieter Stefan Stassen. He went on the outside, took on Luke Sal, and then unfortunately that opportunity that went begging for Windhoek Gymnasium. Windhoek Gymnasium, they stayed on the attack, they kept hammering away at that deficit. That was 5 points at this stage of the match, and then they built up to go and score this try. Evan Dreyer, the scrum half, JD Jankovic sending Vincent Scholes away to score the only try of the match for Windhoek Gymnasium.